All right, so you're getting ready for an interview for a specialist chiropractor position.
That's great.
That's awesome. And we've got some really good resources from RoleCatcher to help you get ready for it.
Yeah.
They've got their career guides and interview guides and even AI tools that can give you an edge.
Wonderful resources.
Yeah, so we're going to take a deep dive into all of it,
Great.
especially those tricky interview questions
Yeah.
to help you stand out as the perfect candidate.
It's exciting to think about because becoming a specialist chiropractor really shows a higher level of expertise.
Right.
It shows that you're not just adjusting spines, but tackling those really complex cases.
Yeah.
And making those critical clinical decisions.
That make a
real difference.
And all those specializations.
Right.
Like education, neurology, orthopedics, pediatrics,
Yeah.
research, radiology, sports. It really adds another dimension to the role.
For sure.
So let's jump into some of those interview questions.
Sounds good.
I know these interviews can be pretty in-depth. They really want to know that you have a strong foundation, but also that you've mastered your chosen specialty.
Absolutely.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide actually highlights
Yeah.
some really important skills for specialist chiropractors.
Right.
Active learning, critical thinking, complex problem solving,
Yeah.
skills you use every day in practice.
Right.
But how do you showcase those in an interview?
Right.
So let's tackle that first question we've got here.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult patient. How did you handle the situation?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
They really are trying to assess your conflict resolution skills,
Okay.
how you manage those challenging patients, and maintain your professionalism under pressure.
Right.
Think about a time where your communication skills were tested.
Yeah.
Maybe you had to adapt, find solutions, but you were staying focused on providing excellent care.
And be ready for those follow-up questions.
Oh, for sure.
They might ask, what was the biggest challenge in that situation? Or looking back, would you have done anything differently?
Absolutely, and that's where RoleCatcher's AI can help.
Oh, yeah.
The AI-powered interview practice is really useful.
Okay.
You can practice answering these questions out loud
Wow.
and get feedback on how you are structuring your response,
Okay.
your tone, even your body language,
Interesting.
all those crucial things you need in an interview.
Like having a virtual coach.
It is.
Okay, let's say you get the question. What are your strengths and weaknesses as a chiropractor?
Okay.
How do you approach that one?
Honesty's key here.
Okay.
Don't try to disguise a strength as a weakness. Pick a genuine weakness,
Okay.
but something you are actively working on.
Right.
For example, you could say, I sometimes get so absorbed in the technical details that I overlook the patient's emotional state.
Okay.
Then explain how you're developing your communication skills and rapport building.
Shows self-awareness and commitment to growth, which is great.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your resume and suggest ways to frame your strengths
Yes.
to match the job requirements.
Absolutely. For example, if the job description emphasizes patient education,
Okay.
the AI might suggest highlighting your experience with personalized care plans
That's a good point.
and explaining complex treatment options to patients.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, next question. Describe a time when you had to stay updated on the latest advancements in chiropractic care. How did you apply this new knowledge to your practice?
They're looking for continuous learning here.
Okay.
Chiropractic is dynamic.
Right.
They want someone who is engaged in professional development.
Makes sense.
So think about a specific example,
Okay.
a journal article, a conference, a new technique you learned,
Yeah.
and explain how it impacted your practice and your patients.
And don't just name drop a technique.
Yeah.
Explain what it is and why it was relevant.
Right.
And the specific results you achieved.
Exactly.
For instance, I incorporated the McKenzie method for treating low back pain after attending a seminar. This evidence-based approach helped my patients regain mobility and reduce their reliance on pain medication.
Perfect.
You're not just learning, but applying that knowledge
Exactly.
to improve patient outcomes.
Absolutely.
Now, they might follow up with, how do you typically stay up to date in your field?
Yeah.
Or what are some resources you rely on? So be prepared to talk about professional journals, organizations,
Yeah.
even online communities.
That's a good point.
Okay, let's shift gears to a more future-focused question.
Okay.
How do you see the role of a specialist chiropractor evolving in the future?
This is where you get to showcase your vision
Right.
and your understanding of the bigger picture.
Okay.
Think about the trends in healthcare, the focus on preventative care,
Yeah.
the integration of alternative therapies, the rise of telehealth.
Interesting.
How do you see these shaping the future of chiropractic care? And what role do you envision yourself playing?
It's a chance to show them that you're thinking critically about the future
Yes.
of your profession.
Absolutely. And again, don't be afraid to get specific.
Okay.
If you're specializing in sports chiropractic, you could talk about the growing need for care for athletes
Right.
at all levels, from youth to professional.
Yep.
Or if you're passionate about functional neurology, you could discuss the potential of chiropractic to address neurological conditions and brain health.
That kind of insight really sets you apart.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about a question that really gets to the heart of your specialization.
Okay.
Why did you choose to specialize in chosen specialty?
This is where your passion comes through.
Okay.
Share what drew you to this area.
Mhm.
Was there a personal experience?
Yeah.
A mentor?
Mhm.
A particular case?
Right.
What excites you the most?
Oh.
And how does it align with your strengths and values?
Like a mini origin story. And they might ask, what are the unique challenges and rewards of specializing in this area?
Yeah.
So be prepared to talk about the specifics.
And this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI can be valuable.
Okay.
They have a massive database of questions specific to different specializations.
Wow.
You can practice answering questions tailored to your field and get AI-powered feedback.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
And really refine your responses
Yes,
to impress the interviewers.
absolutely.
It's all about being prepared and showing them that you're not just qualified.
Right.
You are the passionate, forward-thinking expert
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a breath and get ready to dive into some more challenging scenarios.
Okay.
I know you've got some great tips for handling those tricky behavioral questions.
I do.
So let's explore those next.
Sounds good. All right, let's get into those behavioral questions.
Okay.
They really want to see how you've handled real-life situations and the insights you've gained from them.
They're trying to get a feel for your personality,
Yes.
your problem-solving skills, how you work under pressure.
Exactly.
And these can be tough
They can be.
because they're not just about reciting facts.
Right.
It's about telling a story.
And that's where the STAR method can help.
Okay.
The situation, task, action, result.
Right.
Set the scene. Describe the challenge. Explain the actions you took. And highlight the results.
Okay. So that helps structure your response.
Yes.
Keep it concise.
Exactly.
So let's say they ask, describe a time you had to work as part of a team to achieve a common goal.
Okay.
What kind of situation should you choose?
Think about a time you collaborated with other healthcare professionals.
Okay.
Maybe a physician, a physical therapist, a nurse, to develop a treatment plan
Yeah.
or address a complex case.
Right.
Highlight how you communicated, shared your expertise,
All right.
and contributed to the team's success.
They want to see that you're a team player,
Yes.
that you can communicate effectively, that you're willing to step up and take responsibility.
Absolutely.
They might even ask, what was your biggest contribution to the team? Or
Yeah.
how did you handle disagreements or conflicts?
Those are great follow-ups.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful here.
It is.
They allow you to practice answering these questions out loud,
You know.
just like you would in an interview.
Exactly.
And it provides feedback on how you're coming across,
Right.
how clearly you're explaining your actions,
Yeah.
and how you're managing your time.
That's right.
Okay, here's one that often throws people off.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you made a mistake. What did you learn from it?
Everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
It's human.
Yeah.
What they want to know is your self-awareness,
Okay.
your accountability, and your ability to learn from them.
Okay, so choose a mistake that's relevant,
Yes.
but not something that's going to raise any red flags.
Right. And focus on the lessons you learned. For example, you could say, early in my career, I underestimated the importance of reviewing a patient's medical history before adjusting them. I learned that seemingly minor details can impact treatment. From that point on, I was more thorough in my assessments and never assumed I had all the information.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You're acknowledging the mistake, taking responsibility,
Right.
and showing how you've grown.
Exactly.
Now, they might follow up with,
Okay.
what steps did you take to prevent similar mistakes?
Yeah.
Or how did you communicate this to the patient and their family?
That's a good one.
So be prepared to address those aspects as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, next question. Tell me about a time you had to deal with a stressful situation at work. How did you manage it?
Yeah.
Healthcare is inherently stressful.
It is,
It's fast-paced, demanding, and sometimes emotionally charged.
for sure.
They want to see that you can handle pressure,
Right.
stay calm, and prioritize tasks effectively.
Yes.
So think about a time you had to manage multiple patients,
Mm-hmm.
deal with an emergency. or navigate a challenging situation.
And how did you cope with the stress?
Yeah, did you take a moment to breathe, delegate tasks, seek support from colleagues?
All good strategies.
Those are all important things to highlight.
For example, you could say, we had a power outage one afternoon right in the middle of seeing patients. I quickly assessed the situation, prioritized patients based on their needs communicated clearly, and delegated tasks to keep things running smoothly until the power was restored. It was stressful, but it showed me how important it is to stay calm and adapt.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You're showing that you can think on your feet,
Yes.
remain composed,
Right.
and make sound decisions under pressure.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift to something a little more philosophical.
Okay.
They might ask, what is your philosophy of chiropractic care?
All right.
This one can seem daunting,
Yeah.
but it's a great opportunity to share your core beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you emphasize holistic care,
Yeah.
patient empowerment, evidence-based practice?
Right.
So weave those values into your answer.
Absolutely.
For example, you could say, my approach centers on the interconnectedness of the body. I believe in addressing not just the symptoms, but also the underlying causes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm committed to patient education and empowering them to take an active role. And I always stay informed about the latest research to provide the most effective care.
That's great.
You're showing your passion, your approach,
Mm-hmm.
and your commitment to high-quality care.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help you refine this.
Okay, how so?
You can input your philosophy into their platform,
Interesting.
and it'll analyze the language, tone, and concepts.
Wow.
And then it can suggest ways to make it even stronger,
Okay.
more impactful, and aligned with the employer's values.
That level of personalization is pretty incredible.
It is.
Okay, let's tackle another question that can be tricky.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you had to go above and beyond for a patient.
This is your chance to show your compassion or
Right.
dedicate your commitment to
Yeah.
going the extra mile.
Okay, so think of a time when you advocated for a patient, accommodated their unique needs,
Right.
or just showed that you cared.
And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture.
Okay.
It could be spending extra time explaining something,
Yeah.
researching alternative treatment options,
Mhm.
or even just offering a listening ear.
That's a good point.
Those small acts can make a big difference.
Right.
For example, you could say, I had a patient who was really anxious about their first adjustment. I took extra time to explain things, answered all their questions, and played some calming music. They left feeling much more at ease, and it really showed the importance of meeting patients where they are emotionally.
It shows that you're focused on their well-being,
Exactly.
not just the mechanics of treatment.
That's right.
Now, they might follow up with, what was the outcome?
Yeah.
Or how did this impact your approach?
Good questions.
So be prepared to discuss the lasting impact.
Absolutely.
Okay, one more question for this section.
Right.
This one focuses on professional growth.
Okay.
What are your long-term career goals as a specialist chiropractor?
This is where you paint a picture of your future.
Okay.
They want to see that you're ambitious, thinking long-term, committed to growing within your specialization.
Okay.
Do you see yourself opening your own practice, pursuing advanced certifications, contributing to research or education?
So let them know what excites you
Yeah,
and how this position aligns with your aspiration.
exactly.
Connect it back to the opportunity.
Right.
Show them how this role can help you achieve those goals.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I'm passionate about pediatric chiropractic care, and I'd eventually like to open a family-centered practice.
Mm-hmm.
This position, with its focus on prenatal and early childhood development, would give me invaluable experience and help me build the foundation for my future.
That's perfect.
You're not just looking for a job,
Right.
but a stepping stone.
And RoleCatcher's Career Compass can be helpful here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can actually map out potential career paths
Wow.
and highlight the skills you'll need to achieve your goals.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a roadmap for your career.
Okay, I think we have time for one more question.
Right.
This one can be a bit of a curveball.
Okay.
What are some of the biggest challenges facing the field of chiropractic care today?
This is less about you and more about the bigger picture.
Right.
Think about the challenges chiropractors face,
Mhm.
insurance coverage, public perception integration with other providers.
Right.
Do some research.
Okay.
Stay informed and be prepared to offer thoughtful insights.
Shows them you're engaged with the bigger picture.
Exactly.
For example, you could say, one challenge is educating the public about the full scope of chiropractic care. Many people still view it as just for back pain, but it can be so much more. We need to do a better job communicating the benefits for overall health.
Absolutely.
You're a critical thinker,
Yeah.
aware of the challenges, thinking about solutions.
They might follow up with, what can be done to address these challenges?
Okay.
Or How do you see yourself contributing to positive change?
Good follow-ups.
Be ready to expand on your idea.
Okay, I think we've given our listener a lot to think about.
I think so.
We've explored those challenging interview questions
We have.
and offered strategies for crafting impactful answers
Yeah,
to make you stand out as a confident, knowledgeable, and passionate candidate.
that's right.
We've also highlighted how RoleCatcher can give you feedback,
Yes.
tailor your responses, and
Mhm.
even map out those career paths.
Absolutely.
But remember, the most important thing is to be yourself.
Yes.
Be authentic,
Mm-hmm.
and let your passion for chiropractic care shine through.
That's the key. You got this.
Best of luck with your interview.
And congratulations on this exciting step in your career.